Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Elle here with you on this 24th day of December 2021. Thanks to all of you who have found the backup. Thanks to all of you that are here spending your time with me. This is just a picture of a Christmas tree in front of the Philadelphia City Hall. Just a pretty picture. This is not from this year, but I figured I would share that with you. Let me see. Oh, and also, what was this other picture I wanted to show you? Yes, reporting to you. Oh, wow, it's 9:11 a.m. I didn't do that on purpose, guys. 9:11 a.m. Here on the East Coast of the United States Corporation, reporting from FEMA Region Trace 3. So, yes, just wanted to let you know that.
States Corporation reporting from
myself. We don't need two Fran Dreschers. Harley, good morning. Good morning to you. Joe, always good to see you. Gary, same. Always good to see you. Rob, hello. Modus, hello. Thank you all for finding the way. Now, Krakow is going on at 10 o'clock, so I never would go in to his, so we'll just do this. We'll just do this until that. I wanted to show this because it's kind of a positive story, if true. Okay, Smith-Mundt Modernization Act of 2012, signed by Her Majesty Barry Soetoro. It's linked beneath. Lies and propaganda, not that they weren't doing it before, but now are allowed, quote, allowed as of 2012 on the United States population, the people, the public. So anyhow, we have to take that into consideration. But out of USA Today, North Carolina sheriff refuses to take down Bible verse in office, says he is afraid of burning in hell. So they're probably going to try to paint the sheriff as being some kind of cuckoo. But yeah, it's a real thing to be if you're a Christian, and we don't judge here. No matter what you are, you're welcome here. Let me pull this up on my phone so I can be sure that I'm flowing. And where is my phone? Why does this always happen to me? I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. But a North Carolina sheriff said he will not waver after the Freedom from Religion Foundation requested he remove a Bible quote from a wall located inside the government office. I wonder what it was. Let's see. Here it is. The quote. Oh, come on. Leave this man alone. It's church, or it's not church, but the quote, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Philippians 4:13. So that's it. That was the quote. I can do all things through Christ, which I'm going to say it strengtheneth me. Yes. Seen in numerous photos shared on the Columbus County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. However, the Freedom from Religion Foundation, what a foundation, a national nonprofit, of course, group that promotes the separation of church and state. It's demanding that the quote be taken down, saying it promotes exclusion and violates the First Amendment. See, they only care about the First Amendment and bodily autonomy when it suits them. Only your body, your choice if you want to have abortions, right? Only the First Amendment, they're screaming the First Amendment when they want to shut down quotes from the Bible. Amazing. But this sheriff was not having it, and he said no. So I thought that this was a positive thing. The sheriff's name is Jody Green, and is Jody a man? I'm not quite sure. I'm assuming, but I guess I shouldn't assume. Addressed the demand in a Facebook post. Quote, the verse is one of my favorite Bible verses, and it seemed fitting for all the adversity I've had to endure, Green wrote. He, so does a man, said before officers execute a search warrant or, quote, any service that puts our people in immediate harm's way, they always pray. Yeah, because you never know what's going to happen when they come in there. This to me, if true, a positive story, and it says it's more about. It's not just about a Bible verse in an office. Okay, it's more about people standing up. People standing up. That is what we need. If you have ever said in the past 2 years, well, I don't make the rules, I'm just following them, or I don't make the rules, I'm just enforcing them. It doesn't really make sense, but it's a rule, it's a law, it's a mandate, it's a whatever, it's recommended, so we have to do it without any critical thinking. So it speaks to that, and it also speaks to more and more people speaking out. Let me see, Davey just hit me back. Yes, as well, I may be on a little earlier, but no worries, I'll see you at 10. Okay, see you at 10. And that's all right if you guys wanted to go to Krakow. But we'll be off. We're going to try to be off before 10. So I will give you the link to this. Certainly. Hey, Mateo. Truth Teller Mofo. How are you? Let me... What happened last night? You know what happened? I fell asleep. That's what happened. Yes, Joe. You've been waiting here for 11 hours. I'm so sorry. Yes, I did fall asleep. It happens. True Mofo, very good to see you. Welcome to everyone. I hope everyone is, I'm just going to X out of this, is having a great day and will have a great day, and will have whatever you do, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. I truly hope that you have a pleasant weekend and week, and at least a vacation. Local to my area, some Philly churches to hold Christmas services with policies different from city mandates. Now, the reason I bring this up, hold on, guys, let me get a sip of water and relights on. Now, there's 3 places on this planet that do not abide by the rules in which the rest of the country that they're in does. I'm sure you guys know these places. Let me pull up the stream too. One is the Vatican. They have their own set of rules, constitution, whatever you want to call it. The other is Washington, D.C. The Vatican, Washington, D.C., and London. They all have their own, whatcha-jigga. They all have their own, for instance, D.C. has a separate constitution. So I don't know what's up with this. The churches have the right to do that. Let's see. Here we go. This is a beautiful church. This is the Cathedral Basilica at St. Peter and Paul. It's a pretty church, Catholic church. At many churches, Christmas Eve and Christmas. Do you guys remember back in the day when churches would be open? You could walk in anytime, day or night, kneel at the pews, pray. On certain days, there was confession if you're Catholic, or I'm a recovering Catholic, but I am a Christian. But yeah, they were open day and night. You could walk in. Now, not now. Times definitely have changed quickly. But at many churches, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are expected to attract large crowds for their services, but there may be some confusion. No shit, because that's what you guys have done. The people, the quote experts, haven't gotten one thing right, not one. First, the masks don't work. Then they do. Oh, even Bill Nye. Oh, no. He even laughed. There's no way we could have a you know what in 7 months. It takes at least 2 years, if not 5. It takes like 7 to 10 to make an effective vaccine, which this isn't even that because it's mRNA technology and gene editing therapy. And you need boosters and nonstop boosters at that. Anyway. But there's confusion. That's the name of the game, confusion. On, protection measures. The Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul, just off Ben Franklin Parkway, is one of Philadelphia's iconic locations to attend Christmas Mass. Friar Dennis Gill, the Basilica's rector, said there are masses at 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m., bilingual English and Spanish. At midnight, a lot of churches do midnight Christmas Eve service. And at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., and noon on Christmas Day, some of them will be live streamed. There's no need to show proof of vaccination. However, everyone is to make sure as much as possible that they are in good health. Friar Gill also said face coverings are strongly recommended, that's good. They're strongly recommended, but they are not required, is what that means, which is different from the city's official guideline that masks are mandatory if vaccination status is not being checked. Now, there's certain stores around here, they're like, they're different everywhere. That's part of the confusion is part of it. But stores around here, they'll be like, masks required if you're not V'd. But they're not checking it to see if you're V'd. So I don't understand. And again, it's not a V, it's something else, but that's, you guys know that. We're going to move on here because I have something very interesting that I want to share with you. But yeah, so this church is saying they're not checking vaccination status. And while they strongly recommend masks because they basically have to, it's not a requirement to go to mass, to service. Hey, Everyman Dan. Yeah, it's a deprogramming thing every day. 8 watching, 9 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Does anyone know that the mandates are illegal? Yes, they are. They're just some arbitrary thing that someone wrote down on paper, and they don't mean shit. They really don't. And they can stick it, guys. Again, I've managed to not wear a mask this entire time, okay? I'm not blowing smoke, all right? I wore it once for oral surgery, and when my dad was in the hospital, just under 2 weeks after he got his second, the P1, he was on the table with his chest open, having to have his defibrillator replaced. And I had to wear a mask to go in to see him. But that makes sense. It's a medical setting. So I didn't have any problem with that. But I do have a medical exemption. So then why is everybody falling in line? Well, there's a lot of theories. I do believe the social engineering, the predictive programming, I think it's multifaceted. Hey, Obese Tuna, that all plays a part of it. But I do think that we are under a mass spell. I honestly believe that. Not to mention all the other tactics they have. It's sad. It's sad. So this, a true silent killer, how a Minnesota family of 7 died in their beds at home. This out of the Daily Beast. This is absolutely, guys, come on. I have a heart. A big heart. I know you're not supposed to say that about yourself. So please do not take what I'm saying out of context here. But this would constitute I can't breathe, right? That's what this does, carbon monoxide. Anyway, when relatives hadn't heard from the 7 members of the Hernandez family for a few days, they asked authorities in Minnesota to do a wellness check on Saturday night. What police discovered shocked the community of Moorhead, a small city on the North Dakota border. To the core, all 7 family members, ranging in age from 37 to 7. The correct English way to do that would be from 7 to 37, but whatever, were lying dead in their beds in the duplex home. Now, I have a carbon monoxide detector. Now, my fire alarms, I'll let them beep. I'll let them run out of batteries. But the carbon monoxide, because it's odorless. Please, they're very inexpensive. If you're a renter, if you rent, your landlord by law, I don't care what state it is, if you are a renter, your landlord by law has to provide a carbon monoxide detector. Now, where I am, because I know the code enforcement around here, that's 3 floors. There needs to be one on the top floor and the bottom floor. Some states it may be on every floor. I don't know, but you need to get a carbon monoxide. This is absolutely sad. I went to the floor above and I entered the room and all the family was together. It said they were asleep in their beds, plural, lying dead in their beds in the duplex home. But now they were all together. I don't know. They were dead, and I went to another room, and there was a niece dead, and the uncle all dead. Look at the way this is written. Do you guys see this? I mean, how many times are they going to say dead? All dead. It was an impact that at this moment I can't understand. It's something you can't even explain. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a whole family wiped out. A whole family together for the holidays, no doubt. And yeah, you can look that up. But just please, that's more of a PSA. If you do not have carbon monoxide, everyone's in their home. Everyone's going to be in their home this winter. Please scrape together some money and get yourself carbon monoxide and get yourself extra batteries too, detector. Okay. And yeah, lethal level of carbon monoxide. This is the same story. So very, very sad. And just wanted to let you know about this. Now, I have talked about Mary. I think her middle name is Gay, actually. I thought it was Mary Jo Scanlon, but I think it's Gay. Mary Gay Scanlon. This is her. Okay. Yeah, Mary Gay Scanlon. The reason that I was talking about her before, I was discussing media, which is the court where the courts and all the lawyers and all the DAs and they all work together. They all golf together, the judges and all that. Well, this woman about 3 years ago became a congresswoman from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Her husband is a judge, Judge Scanlon, and her son, Patrick, is a DA in the same courthouse as his father. At the time, that's a different story. But we have this out of ABC, this Mary Gay Scanlon. Congresswoman carjacked at gunpoint, 5 in custody. So, yes, let's take a look briefly. Democratic, there we go. Joe, if you're still here, she's a Dem. Representative Mary Gay Scanlon was carjacked at gunpoint in broad daylight Wednesday afternoon in South Philly's largest park. South Philly's largest park. I wonder what that is. Following a business meeting, the congresswoman was left unharmed, according to statements. Wednesday afternoon around 2:45, Congresswoman Scanlon was carjacked at gunpoint in FDR. That's right, FDR Park. Nice park, some of it. Following a meeting at that location, the congresswoman was physically unharmed, Cox said. Yeah, because shit, you could accidentally kill her. She thanks I caught wind of this because of where they caught the people. Not that that had happened in South Philly. She thanks the Philly Police Department for their swift response and appreciates the efforts of both Sergeant at Arms in DC and her local police department for coordinating with Philly PD to ensure her continued safety. We're going to look more into this. 5 suspects were taken into custody in where I'm from. Cough up a lung, where I'm from. Newark, son. No, Newark, Delaware. That's a line from a rap song. Newark, Delaware, about 9 p.m. when they were found inside Scanlon's Acura MDX. Acura, I love Acuras and Hondas. They're my favorite. In a parking lot, Delaware State Police said their names were not released. Why not? Why not? Why aren't their names released? All right, so I just want to let you know about this, okay? Mary Gay Scanlon, supposedly carjacked, allegedly at gunpoint, and then they found the 5 in Newark, Delaware, which is probably about 45 minutes away from South Philly, just to give you some idea of where that is. Let me see what you good people are saying. Where are my glasses? They're right here. Okie dokie. What was the source of the carbon monoxide? Ooh, I erased it. Did I link it? Let me see. Let me see if I can get you that info. No, crap. I'm not sure, Joe. I know, but they're the first ones to call them. I am really sorry, Joe. I cleared that off. I'm sorry. I should have known that. I will link it after. I should have known the source. I apologize. 5 charged. So this is the 5 charged. 1 faces federal charges. So that's the same Mary Gay Scanlon story. Dang, I should have looked for the source of that. I should have known that. All right, so this out of the Business Insider. If you have a cold right now, this is just the headline because I think it's. If you have a cold right now, there's a good chance it's the vid, the study finds. Huh, you don't say. What at this point, my friends, there are a lot of different tests. I would stay away from this one. Okay. There are different tests. Now, I have not been tested. I haven't done any of that. You get tested, it's more likely. What did Fauci say? You test anyone's navel. Yeah, test their belly button. No, their nasal. You test anybody's, and you're going to find some in the same amount, he said, in VED people that unVED people have, talking about this coronavirus. So what's the point of that? I don't know. Half of the people with cold light, I say more, with cold light, or wait. I take that back. Half of the people with cold-like symptoms likely have the 19, a UK study suggests. Headache, fatigue, runny nose, sore throat, and sneezing are the top symptoms on the Zoe app. Well, yeah, it's called the cold. It's called the flu that was down 99% in 2020. It's called regular illness. I'm not saying in every case, all right, guys. I'm just saying in general, right? It's almost impossible. And this is how they're getting people. We knew they were going to ramp this up around the holidays, people being pressured by their family members to take it. I'm sure some of you, if not all of you, know someone, if not yourself, have been pressured or seen it happen. And they're using this. But it's almost impossible to tell the cold apart from the 19 without a test. So now they are desperately trying to test everyone. They came out and said everybody should have, a family of 4 should have 10 tests in the house at all times, the Binax tests. If you want to go somewhere, it's right there. You can just take the test, and the results are applicable. Like they'll accept them at whatever the concert venue or wherever you're trying to go. It's absolutely sick. So the testing and the boosters seem to be the goal right now. Hey, Ruth. So good to see you. Yeah, Davey's going to be on soon here. And I'll drop the links underneath to D Live. And I will not be hurt if anybody wants to go over there. Okay. Hold on. I definitely need to get to the one thing. Pharmacists say an absolute tidal wave of demand for tests is causing chaos, crowding, and nonstop ringing phones. I will link this. I call bullshit. I was out looking for lights yesterday. I was in every store, and they all had well-stocked shelves, Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS, all kinds of stores of Binax, the home test I was just talking about that's applicable everywhere. So I'm not buying it. That their phones might be ringing saying, do you have it? Do you have it? Also, we reported yesterday that number 200 million people in this country have gotten the no, I don't believe that at all. And then lo and behold, yesterday an article came out saying that they overcounted how many people had got the government potion. So yeah, no shit. There's no way it's 200 million in this country. But whatever. Tiger King Zoo owner now banned from exhibiting animals for life. Now, I was late to the game with this. I never really watched it. I don't know that much about it. I just know everybody was running around saying, Carol Baskins. I don't know much about it. But again, I don't like anybody who treats animals who can't defend themselves or even uses animals to get chicks. I mean, that's not as bad. But, you know, this guy is a piece of shit and a liar. So, yeah, this very important, very, very important. Amazon, I mean, the implications here are many. Amazon is reportedly spending billions of dollars to try to keep people from getting bored with Alexa. Why would they be doing that? Why would they be doing that? Well, there's lots of reasons. Lots of reasons. Somebody like my mom, who is in the house all the time, like she has a thing, like for one, my younger one comes over on her Alexa and she asks it because you can program it to answer certain questions. And she says, Alexa, what does Aunt Allie have in the backyard? And Alexa will say, because it's my aunt's favorite animal is hippo. She has, and I forget the name of the hippos. She has 2 hippos, and then it gives the name of the hippos. And my little one gets all excited, like, you know, and then, well, they're hiding right now. So they're lying to my 5-year-old, number one. And then it's just horrible. Leave it to your world leaders not be able to count. Yeah, right, Tommy. Hey, good to see you there. Good to see you there. I have to show you. I have to show you this. Oh, the UV light. But there's that Amazon story, just because we got to move on. I really don't want to run too much into DV. But here, check this out. All right. This is the main thing that I wanted to share with you. Yeah, Novavax CEO, FDA filing for, you know what, that is probably going to be next week. Pfizer and Merck antiviral pills receive FDA emergency use authorization. Yeah. So there are a couple things, but Kim Potter was found guilty in the death of Dante Wright. She's the one who, well, whatever. We're not going to get to that. This real quick, and then we'll get to the main thing. Just a headline: Unabomber Ted Kaczynski moved to prison medical facility. So just thought it was notable. This was yesterday at Denver Associated Press. The man known as the Unabomber has been transferred to a federal prison medical facility in North Carolina after spending the past 2 decades in a federal supermax prison in Colorado for a series of bombings targeting scientists. Theodore Ted Kaczynski, 79, isn't that interesting? Targeting scientists. 79 was moved to the U.S. Bureau of Prisons, blah, 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 blah. So he's moved. He is now in North Carolina serving his life sentence without the possibility of parole. And I just figured I would let you know that. Oh, I wanted to talk about this TikTok challenge again with the I can't breathe. Parents, I'm not telling you what to do, but I am saying this out of a place of love. Please be hyper aware of your children right now. The children are suffering. They are. Okay? They are. That's the plan. And they are suffering. And these friggin' challenges, every single one of them, they're dumb. And I remember, like, your friends, like, choking you out and putting you to, it's a dumb idea. It's a dumb idea. And this 10-year-old girl died after taking part in this TikTok challenge where I guess it's called the Blackout challenge. So I'll link this. Anybody with children, anybody, nieces, nephews, or young ones that you care about, your friends' children, please let them know about this challenge. Let them know about this challenge, okay? So that they're aware of it. Yeah, I know. Interesting. I'm going to go pull up some of your comments here before we get out. All right, let's talk about this light. All right, let me put this on for you. If you guys wouldn't mind, when I say guys, I mean gals too, letting me know that you can hear it in the chat would be very helpful. I don't want to waste a minute and 5 seconds of your time. If you can't hear it, sound checks are always greatly appreciated. Explain the Amazon story. I'm shaving. We're going to keep it moving here. Mateo, I did link it. I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying to be done here before 10. It is Christmas Eve. I have things to do, but I do love you guys, and I did want to come on, and I had some stuff that I wanted to share with you from last night, so that's why I'm here. And I don't want to run into Krakow because he has something planned, so which I'm sure will be excellent. So check this out.
German scientists may have found a solution to coronavirus-free indoor air. As the threat of further restrictions looms in light of the Omicron variant, 2 Munich universities have been working together to develop a UVC light virus protection wall prototype. CEO of Smart United Rainer Prohaska says, "No virus can pass through this light wall." Reuters reports, the system is based on a physical principle such as UV radiation or other types of radiation and has been pegged to increase safety in the workplace by invisible protection. To establish an element of normal behavior inside rooms, they would need to be divided by UV light walls. Andreas Weiser, a scientist at the Tropical Institute at LMU Hospital Munich, says, "This is a UV light wall that produces light from the ceiling to the floor like a light curtain, and this is almost completely impermeable to pathogenic germs at normal airspeed. Even if one coughs or sneezes with a little distance, bacteria or viruses are basically unable to pass through the wall alive."
All right, so I will link that because
German scientists may have found a solution to coronavirus.
How they had that at the end. It almost looks
German
like
scientists may have found a solution.
2001 Space Odyssey.
German scientists may have found a solution to coronavirus-free indoor air as the threat of further restrictions.
All right, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we all know about the patent, right, guys? Luciferase. We know about the bioluminescence. We've went over this here, remember? This channel is labeled entertainment. Please read my disclaimer. I am not but one woman. I am just an angry mother. I do not know any more than you guys do. I am on the journey just like you are. We're all at different levels. Okay. So I never claim to know anything. I know enough to know I don't know shit, but there is something to this. Okay. There is something to this. And I'm going to show this. I don't think he'll mind, but I don't know. This is a channel that I just found. Somebody shared it with me. I had mentioned something about Interstate 95, and I had mentioned black lights on it. And I guess this guy got on Marfugel's show. I did not see Marfugel's show. Like I said, my friend sent me this. So I don't know this channel. The guy seems cool, but I have watched, he seems legit, but I have watched this video, this video, this video, and this video, because he's testing with an RF meter and he brings black light posters. These are black lights. And the story goes that there are, hold on, let me go back to the original one. He called around, okay? He noticed that it wasn't right, and he called around, and he saw a local news story. That's what it was. And they said, don't worry, you're not going to have to pay for it. The taxpayers aren't going to have to pay for it. We're just going to go ahead and the manufacturer is going to replace the lights. Well, these lights are very expensive. According to him, they're 25 feet in the air and they're all over. This is in Florida, but I believe he throws up other states that they're in, which is quite a few. And I know for a fact that they're in Delaware and in Pennsylvania. He says they're mostly on and off ramps, but he's driving to show you, look. And when I asked my dad about it, he said, yeah, they look like black lights until you come up on them and then they look white. And I was like, yeah, those. So even my father noticed it. And he's like, what's the deal with that? And I said, I'm not really sure, because the local news nationwide, guys, in Kentucky, Wyoming, and Florida are saying it's a manufacturer error and the manufacturer is going to pay to fix their mistake. And this guy's beef is, well, wait a minute, don't they test? Oh, this is a lot of money. Don't they test each light? They should. And even if they don't test each light, they should test, one out of a couple, right? So these UV, or not UV, rather black light lights, please let me know in chat and in the comments if you're watching subsequently, if you have seen these lights. There is something to this. I'm going to leave the speculation up to you. No, I'm not. We know about the patent. Okay. I think he's going to list the states right now. We know about the patent, the bioluminescence, the stuff in, what's it called? Ladybug, or not ladybugs, fireflies and other things. And isn't it funny, at this year's World Fair in Dubai, they had jellyfish, which Hydra, if you know what Hydra is it's in a class of jellyfish. But you can take a look at this right here, and I will link his channel to find out more about these lights. Has anyone else seen these lights? Yes, Modus. Yes. Radiation, your lunch stays warm all day. Yes, and the RF meter through the charts. It hit, it topped out 20,000 as far as it goes. And in this country, it's 1,000 is the legal limit. I forget what other country he said is 800. I think it's the UK. Yes, UK is 800. I remember that. But in the United States, it's 1,000. Well, this was 20,000. And that's only because that's as far as the meter would read. So we're talking 19,000 over what we're supposed to be getting as far as electromagnetic frequency. um, EMFs. Okay. So Minnesota, Kansas, New York, Kentucky, Maryland, Wi-Fi, sorry, Wisconsin and North Carolina. And all of these answers have come out with, oh, don't worry, you're not going to have to pay for it. Florida. So people are asking questions and their answer doesn't make sense. And he says kind of my phrase, but in a different way. If it doesn't make sense, it's usually 99.999% of the time not true if it doesn't make sense. But he goes out there with the RF meter, with a blackboard poster. I mean, it's black lights. They're black lights. So I don't know. I'm just showing you this because as we go through this, guys, we always have, that's tempera paint, which glows. He shows it. So there are several videos up here on his channel. I will give you this channel and just let you know. Hey, Andrea, thanks for being here. Happy Christmas Eve. Yeah, Davey's about to be on, so we're not going to be on too much longer. But I'm showing you guys this because, okay, two drug busts real quick, or one drug bust. Listen to this. But when we see things and then it clicks later on, why are there black lights? What does luminol and black light detect?
There's worth of drugs intercepted by officials in Thailand. At a press conference, Bangkok.
What patent do we know that uses bioluminescence with a piece of metal and then 6 prongs of metal that come out and tattoo the skin with a bioluminescence? All of these things, and these are patents. This isn't conspiracy theory. We have the patents on this. All right, check out this Thailand drug bust.
You're looking at over $30 million worth of drugs.
Why are lights bad? Because they're black? Well, it just doesn't make sense. They're not. I love black lights, but it doesn't make sense because they're more expensive. And why would you need them on on-ramps? Why would you need them? And plus, that's the thing. The manufacturer's saying it was a mistake. They ordered white lights, not black lights. And they put all of them up all across the country by mistake? I don't think so. Well, black lights can be used to detect a lot of things, bodily fluids, and other things. Now, that's just one vein of thinking, but the implications are endless. They really are. And again, I just like to show my friends stuff, you guys and gals, and maybe one day it'll click. Maybe we'll figure it out one day, but that's not normal. These companies ordered white lights, they got black lights, and they're continuing to put them up. So all the while, the same manufacturer's putting up all these lights, even though they know that there's something wrong with them, but they continue to put them up. And they have it. The first complaint was over 1.5 years ago, and they said they'd be out to fix them, and they haven't. So obviously they want them up there. For why? I don't know. I don't think the lights themselves will hurt us, like LEDs deplete us of natural melatonin, but they're up for a reason. Sorry, call me I'm a realist, but I am kind of a cynic. I'm a cynical realist. So I don't know what they're for. That's why I'm hoping if I show you and the other things start adding up, we can find out.
Drugs intercepted by officials in Thailand.
Yes, their white lights are racist. Maybe they just did that.
At a press conference, Bangkok port customs officials revealed the amphetamine was hidden in punching bags. The 15 punching bags were bound for Australia.
I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't even see. And then OB said the lights are racist because they're racist. I get it.
But where the drug's street value is over 8 times that of Thailand. It seems like a clever hiding spot, but according to Reuters, the Thai-made boxing training tool is not very popular in Australia, leading to their seizure.
It would go to major population centres.
Oh, he's double masking.
Australia consumes around 11 tonnes of methamphetamine per year and spends over $11 billion on illicit narcotics. So there's a market for it. and disrupting it offshore in countries such as Thailand is fantastic, and we thank Thailand for the cooperation.
Officials say the source for the shipment is a Thai boxing equipment company.
Damn.
Now officials in both countries are working to investigate.
All right. So, yeah, Thailand don't play that. So there was that. This is a big deal right here. FAA, Federal Aviation, expands safety alert on 5-7 interference with aircraft. This is a big deal. Look at this person standing next to this. Look at how big these things are. I mean, eyesores, yes, but what they do, causing children's ears to bleed, nose to bleed, is just sick. So U.S. aviation regulators on Thursday expanded their warning about the 5-7 service set to launch January 5th. I don't know if you guys saw headlines with The Voice yesterday. By the way, they're doing this without any testing, even though there is evidence, a lot of it at this point, that this is very, very dangerous and not a good idea. They are going through with it anyway. I don't know if you guys remember the quote. We'll just put them up and we'll see how it goes. No, that's not how you do things. You test them, the effect they're going to have on the public first, but not anymore. They don't do that anymore. They use us to test and see what they do. But anyway, on January 5th, it will launch. Yes. January 5th on new frequencies, saying potential interference could have a broad impact on aircraft safety systems. No, of course. So the Federal Aviation Administration issued a safety alert for operators, warning that a, quote, wide range of aircraft safety devices could malfunction. So anything in the aircraft safety devices could malfunction, and laid out the process it would follow in coming days to potentially issue specific restrictions to flights. I mean, wow. This not enough? I'll go ahead and link it, but I thought this was just, this came out today. Very, very telling. Very, very telling. Of course not. You know? Of course it's going to cause problems. Make sure I don't have anything else. I do have other stuff, but we're just going to go over to this what they're putting in. I'm sure you've seen all this, guys. Daily Mail. Somebody that didn't get the government potion, a diner owner who defied, how dare you defy the state of Michigan lockdown orders, dies of, you know what, probably died with it, only because the tests are all positive anyway, and this type of virus has been around forever, and there's no really way to isolate it and test for that in particular. I don't know how they're pulling this off. I really don't. I honestly am dumbfounded at the people that are falling for this. I feel bad because I know, but this is the type of stories they've been running. You know, unvaxxed mother dies after giving birth. Remember that there was this slew of stories coming out. People were ending up in the ICU begging, supposedly, doctor, please give me the jab, please, I need it. And the doctors were like, I'm sorry, it's too late. Like, what? Just the Smith-Munn Act, in full effect. So I think we're going to get out of here. We'll keep it garbage being thrown to suicides. I wanted to go over this. Describes abuse from the unvaccinated. Healthcare workers have faced. So they're being abused by the unvaccinated. I don't know, guys. The ops, the stories that they're running. are just simply nonsensical. It does look like Croco is live. So I will give you all the link to this. If you guys don't have DLive, I'm on DLive as well. I told him I'd be
So
off
I'll show
at
you a couple
10.
things coming out of New York.
I feel like,
Obviously, we have the bill that's being
you know.
passed. We've been
All right, but
talking
here,
about
let me
this.
give you the link. If you don't have DLive, maybe look into getting it before they require you getting, you know. Joe, I hope you didn't leave because I didn't see the. Joe, are you still here? Okay. Well, hey, I'm sorry. I can't read and talk, and I would have got it. All right, guys. Let me get on camera here. I don't have any makeup on, but I do want to say, oh, there's tape. I'm like, why am I not, why is it not coming up? Again, no makeup. I just wanted to come on. Yeah, Joe, I'm sorry. I was reading. I couldn't, I didn't see it. But I got the joke once I saw it. But I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Well, I guess the tape stuck to that. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for joining me. Please go on over to Davies if you'd like. He's got a lot of good information over there. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. Thank you all for being here. Let me just check and make sure. Yes. I had a couple things up on Twitter, but we can do that later. No, Joe, I was apologizing because you said you were going to leave because I didn't get the joke until I didn't get it until after the fact. That's all. Yes, Tommy Stock. Thank you, guys. Yeah, send it. You know my email. Ruth, very good to see you. Yes, Joe, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Now I've got some work to do. A lot of work to do. You know, don't let them steal your joy. All right, do what you normally do. Live free or die. Plan, prepare, and pray. And peace out. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas.